What's going on, guys? This is your host AZ, and you all might know that AMD at the Polaris event at Computex, AMD showcased the performance of the RX 480 graphics card in the Crossfire, and they specifically gave a comparison of the frame rates that we get with RX 480 in Crossfire against the GTX 1080 that Nvidia just launched. So they showcased two systems running Ashes of the Singularity benchmark, and in that benchmark they showcased that RX 480 GPUs in Crossfire, which costed about $400, and the GTX 1080, which costs about $600. RX 480 in Crossfire was getting more frames per second. But some people found some discrepancies in those benchmarks because the images that were given by AMD had some differences, like the shadowing and some snowing had the differences like I'm showing on the screen. So after that, AMD just came up today with a statement, and that statement is that at present the GTX 1080 is incorrectly executing the terrain shaders responsible for populating the environment with the appropriate amount of snow. The GTX 1080 is doing less work to render Ashes of the Singularity than it otherwise would if the shaders were being run properly. So this statement was given by AMD about the 1080 not rendering the screens correctly. They also said that Ashes uses procedural generation based on a randomized seed at launch. The benchmark does look slightly different every time it is run, but that may have noted does not fully explain the quality difference people noticed. At present, the GTX 1080 is incorrectly executing the terrain shaders responsible for populating the environment with the appropriate amount of snow. The GTX 1080 is doing less work to render Ashes of the Singularity than it otherwise would if the shaders were being run properly. If you want to read about the full article, then I'm going to be linking it in the description. So yeah, guys, AMD is fully blaming that on the GTX 1080, and the images that I'm showing on screen, you gotta decide yourself that on which side you are. If you think that the GTX 1080 is actually rendering correctly and RX 480s are rendering badly, then it's upon you. But AMD just stated that Ashes of the Singularity is being rendered by GTX 1080 wrongly, and if it is going to be rendered correctly by GTX 1080 at some point, then the frame rates that is giving right now are going to be decreased. It is currently giving 58.7 frames per second against the 62.5 FPS that RX 480 is giving. So yeah, guys, RX 480 Crossfire is looking great too against the GTX 1080, which costs $600 and $400 for the RX Crossfire. These two options are present there, and if you want to go with the Crossfire, obviously Crossfire has not been so good of an option for gamers for a long time. And if AMD is stating that multi-GPU is going to be getting rid of those poor scaling options across the Crossfire, then it's going to be a very compelling option against the GTX 1080. So yeah, guys, let me know what you think in the comments section below. And yeah, guys, moving on to the next topic for today. Actually, the Twitter user J.Va has attended the MCM Comic Con in London last weekend, and he asked the Bandai Namco representative about the Tekken 7 FR. If you don't know about Tekken 7 FR, it's the new installment for the Tekken series, which is a very popular fighting series which comes to arcades every year, and not every year but every generation it comes first to the arcades. So this Twitter user actually went to the Comic Con in London and asked the Bandai Namco representative that is Tekken actually going to be coming for the PC and the Xbox One. So the representative actually replied with, yes, it's going to be coming, but still we gotta wait for the official announcement. So this was the news that Tekken is actually going to be coming to the PC for the first time in history. And if this information is actually true, which the Bandai Namco representative wouldn't actually lie to a Twitter user, so if this information comes out to be actually true, then it's going to be an amazing game for PC community for the first time. So yeah, guys, these are the news for today, and let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section below, and leave a like if you like this video, dislike if you don't, share the video if you want to support this channel, and I'm gonna be going out now. Peace.